Hey guys, welcome back to Life of Bliss. Today is new rack day. This is my 25 unit rack from NavPoint that I've been using now for several years. And they just sent me this bad boy here, a 42 unit fully enclosed AV rack. I'm going to be going over all of its specs and features and loading up all of my equipment in it and show you how it looks afterwards. Now obviously this is a smaller rack, it's only 25 units and it's completely open on all sides. Now that was great for keeping things nice and cool, but this is a fully enclosed rack which is going to look a lot nicer and be able to allow me to do a few other things that I couldn't with this rack. Now this is a 42 unit rack, almost twice the size of this one here, so I'm going to be able to fit a lot more equipment in here, be able to hide it better, not going to be seeing all the lights and everything since I have some tinted glass up here as well. So I'm super excited to get this going. I'm going to walk you around this, show you some of those features, and show you how I load it up. All right, so we're going to jump on NavPoint's website real quick just so you can see the different sizes and the pricing of everything. So they have a 18 unit, 27, 37, and 42 unit racks, as you can see here with their prices. You can jump on Amazon and they are roughly the same after shipping on Amazon. If you go to NavPoint site directly, they are free shipping. Now, regardless of where you order these racks from, they should come pre-assembled, ready to go, and have 4 shelves included with the rack. They'll also have a baggie of screws to attach all of your equipment, caster wheels, and also some leveling feet, just depending on where you're going to be putting this and which you want to use. They also have these open racks here, these 4-post racks like I had before, several different sizes with and without casters, a lot of options. If you're not looking to spend the money on a fully enclosed rack or you don't need a fully enclosed rack, those are options as well. And like I said, they have everything on this site, anything AV rack related. So a lot of shelves, cables, power strips, all kinds of stuff. Their Amazon site is very nicely set up as well. As you can see here, the AV racks and their prices. There is $125 shipping added on to that, so it's really just a preference whether you want to get it on here versus the NavPoint website itself. Now back to the rack that I have, it is the 42 unit rack, the largest rack that they make, and as you can see, it has the 4 shelves and already installed inside there to use to place equipment on. Now, these racks are made out of heavy-duty 14-gauge steel, and the 42-unit rack weighs in at 235 pounds. The dimensions are 81 inches high, 23.6 inches wide, and 27.2 inches deep. And this rack has the capacity to hold 1,764 pounds. And there is plenty of ventilation all around this rack, both on the sides, top, a space there in the back to drop wires down if you need to do that. And moving to the front door, as you can see, you have a locking latch to be able to not only secure the door, but to lock it if you need to. This has a nice solid click and everything fits up nice and tight when it's closed. This rack also has locking and removable side panels as well as a locking rear door, giving you access to all 4 sides of the rack, making it easy for you to install and wire up your equipment. Now another great feature that this has is caster wheels on all 4 corners and the front 2 lock so you can lock it down and keep it where you want. And we're going to move on to the back here and show you how both the front and the back access doors are reversible, which is going to come in handy because I actually need to turn this one around for where I'm going to be putting it. The first step is to remove the grounding wire that is attached to the bottom side of the door, and then we'll be pulling down on the spring-loaded detent up top and lifting the door from the insert on the bottom of the frame. You can see we pull that down, that releases the top of the door, and then I simply lift the door up from that insert and it comes off. Now the next step is to switch where the spring-loaded detent and the spacer are on the door, and this is done pretty easily with a screwdriver and a wrench. Now once those are switched around, you'll just set the spacer on the bottom of the door into the frame and pull down the detent and install just like you took it off from the other side. Now I highly recommend not putting one of these racks on carpet, but this is the only place my rack can go, so I had to make do. I did get one of those heavy duty chair office mats to put down, and it did roll fairly easy, so it worked. Now it's time to go ahead and install all the shelving and equipment into the rack. And as you can see, I did add some LED lighting inside of the rack just to help with installation and for some accent lighting. This is something that I highly suggest you do. I will be making a video on how I was able to do this for about $100 and have everything controlled with my phone. Although that rack is looking pretty nice, there is still a ton of wiring left to do in the system. I pretty much just got all of the equipment in there and didn't do any of the wiring quite yet, but as you can see, it's looking really good over there, especially with that lighting. Just really lights everything up, allows you to see all the equipment. And as far as the rack itself, I really think NavPoint hit it out of the park with these products. There is plenty of ventilation or areas for you to add fans to improve the ventilation if you need, areas for you to run wires both on top and bottom of the rack. All the sides are removable. It's got a nice clean look. Everything locks up if you need to. Like I said, really a great product so far. Had no issues getting everything installed, and I think it looks great, especially with all that lighting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first look at a new product line from NavPoint. I'll be leaving links down below to their website as well as their Amazon page for purchase through some affiliate links if you guys are interested. And as I mentioned earlier, I will be coming out with a second video on how I added all of the accent lighting and the program that I use to control all of that. A big thank you to NavPoint for sending this rack out and helping out the channel and helping to provide content for you guys. I really do appreciate them, and I hope you guys do too. I'm finishing up the process of getting my theater back together to get some more content to you guys on some HS24s from Stereo Integrity, some GSG boxes that I've built recently, and some more coming up. So be sure to stay tuned. I appreciate you guys watching Life of Bliss, and I will see you soon.